Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be one that was so hard for me to make because I decided to choose 5 eyeshadow palettes that were my top 2023 eyeshadow palettes. That is difficult with a collection of my size, but the way I looked at it is, okay, what have I been grabbing? What have if I have something special to do, what palette do I want to use? Which one is really special to me that I think about and I remember about and I pick it out? So I went ahead and I chose the 5. Now I did rank them from 1 to 5. So I'm going to start with number 5. And the first one is by Lawless. And this is the Dreamy Dozen. This was released in 2023. And this is such a beautiful, yes, it may look boring. It may look so neutral. But let me tell you, this is such a beautiful formula and a beautiful palette. I have created some gorgeous, gorgeous looks with this. And this is more of a hard-pressed eyeshadow palette. And believe me, I have used this quite a bit. And except for some of the shimmers, like this shimmer and this shimmer, you can tell that I have used. But like the mattes, you can barely see where I've used them. But even though it's a harder pressed eyeshadow, it still goes on so easily. You don't have to dig, as you can see, because there's no digging here. This is absolutely gorgeous. I do own a couple of more palettes from Lawless, and they're all absolutely amazing. I love this brand. Okay, in the 4th place, I know a lot of you are going to be shocked because this palette has been like #1 for so many people. It is a beautiful palette. I do love it. I have it in my top 5, so definitely yes, it is a special palette for me. But it's the Natasha I Need a Nude palette. This is a gorgeous, probably one of my favorite Natasha Denona palettes. It is so pretty. It has so many gorgeous, gorgeous shades in here. You can go, you know, really light if it's something that you prefer, with a little more, you know, like peachy, or you can go more brown. It's got, tends to be like a little, you know, like a cooler color story. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I do love this palette, but there's other ones that I like a little more. So this is number 5. Definitely, I'm so happy I have it in my collection, and if I lost it, I will repurchase it. Okay, the next one is the Patrick Ta, and this is the Major Dimension 2. Okay, I don't have the number 1, but I haven't been tempted to get that one because I feel like I have other palettes that have so many of those shadows. Now, I had a mini heart attack a second ago because I actually dropped the palette. This little window fell out. This goes over here where the cream shadows go, so I will fix that later. But this is absolutely gorgeous. It has all of your mattes on this row and all of your shimmers on this one. And then it has 2 cream shadows here that you can use them. Oh my goodness. I put a gash in that one. I hate when I make my palettes ugly. Anyways, I guess it's when I did it with this, when I was just showing you that this fell. Oh, my goodness gracious. Anyways, so this is absolutely gorgeous. You can use this as a base. You can use this brown one as a liner. I haven't used these. I just did that with trying to put this back on it. So anyway, this is absolutely gorgeous. Love, love, love this color story. Created some beautiful shades with it. It is a substantial, heavy palette. So is this one. They feel nice and heavy and luxurious, which I like. Coming in at number 2 is the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge. I absolutely love this palette. There's something about this palette that just calls my name. I think it's so gorgeous. You can create some really beautiful, sultry looks with this. So these shimmers, oh my gosh, these shimmers are out of this world. It has a beautiful mirror. This is, yeah, this is right up there. This is such a gorgeous palette, and I absolutely love it. This another one that if I lost it, definitely I will repurchase. Really, any of these I would. I love the packaging. It is heavy. I just hit myself in the face with it. So it is heavy. And then number 1. And this is the brand that if I had to choose one eyeshadow brand for the rest of my life, can't have eyeshadows from any other brand, what would that be? Sydney Grace. I love Sydney Grace. I own most of the Sydney Grace palettes. I just ordered the brand new one that I wasn't going to order. I was going to wait till it went on sale sometime in the future, but I ordered it on launch date. This is the Blessed palette. This is the one that it was a collab with Glitzy Fritzy, and I will list her channel below in case you don't know her, but she is a mature skin beauty channel. And this is her palette. This is what I have on my eyes today. And this is just absolutely gorgeous. I love Sydney Grace because her color stories are right up my alley. I can use any shade in any palette of Sydney Grace. While, let's say Nomad. I love Nomad Cosmetics, but a lot of their palettes are too colorful for me. They're gorgeous. They have such beautiful multi-chromes in their palettes. But that's just not me. I'm not always looking for a purple multichrome or a lime green multichrome or an aqua blue multichrome. That's just not me. I like, you know, like this has some pops of color. It has this blue one here and it has these greens, but they're muted enough that I feel like I can use them. Oh, I have some of that shadow on my finger. You know, like, okay, look at that. That is so pretty. That is gorgeous. Sydney Grace shimmers. You don't need your finger. You can use a brush to apply them. This was applied with a brush. I did not use my fingers. Okay. I used, let's see. I used this one in my crease and this one to darken it up a little bit. I used this one in my outer V and I put a little bit of the black. Then I used this one in the center on my lid and this one on in my inner corner. They're absolutely gorgeous. And it takes you no time to create a look with a Sydney Grace palette because they blend themselves. Again, I have a non-affiliate code for them. If you want to save some money, whether it is on this new palette or any other palette that they have, the only time my code doesn't work is if they're having a sale. It does not work on sale items, but anything that is regular price, you can use it. It's HLS15 and it's always listed below. So this is my absolute number 1, and this one wasn't hard to pick. Okay, this one I always knew was going to be number 1. The other 4 I had a hard time picking, but this is my number 1 formula. My number 1. Yes, Sydney Grace can do no wrong in my eyes. So this one has 7 mattes and 2, 4, 6, 8 shimmers, and they're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. All right, you guys, so let me know, what are your favorite eyeshadow formulas, not just for 2023 but just in general. I'm gonna do this also for drugstore, even though for drugstore it's a little harder for me because I have a hard time. There's not too many drugstore. I can probably find 5, but it's harder because I don't have as many choices. No, should I say it's easier because I don't have as many choices with drugstore. But I will pick my 5 favorite drugstore eyeshadow palettes for 2023. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I love you and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.